There's a tear in my beer, 'cause I'm crying for you, dear. You are on my lonely mind. And to these last few beers I have shed a million tears. You are on my lonely mind. There's a tear in my beer, Hank Williams, and Hank Williams Jr. actually Hank Williams originally, but Hank Jr. did a version where they did a video kind of showing some old clips of Hank and kind of dubbed his voice in there and everything, or dubbed, you know, whichever one. Anyway, they had the original recordings of Hank Williams, and so awesome video. Be sure to check that out. But anyway, an awesome song. There's a tear in my beer, just a fun little catchy song, gets in your head. You know, you start singing it all the day through. But anyway, appreciate y'all tuning in to Fretmore Guitar Lessons. My name's Keith Williams, and we're going to learn how to play this thing. We did a short on this about a week or so back, and we want to do a full version of this with all the verses and everything. And I actually got a little enhancement on this as well, adding a 7th chord in there that I believe sounds a little better actually, but you can do it either way. It's not a huge difference, but anyway, we're gonna add that 7th in there today. But so we got 4 chords. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it in C today. And but anyway, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and appreciate all the support. And be sure and subscribe to our channel if this is something you like, if you haven't already, and give us a thumbs up on this video. And you got any questions or comments or requests, that sort of thing, please leave those down below. And we're gonna zoom in a little bit and get a little closer shot of this fretboard, and get right on into this song. There's a tear in my beer. Okay, all right, so here we go. Key of C. We're gonna do C, F, I'm gonna do a G like that right there, and then D7. Again, you could play a D if you wanted to instead. It's not just, see, there's not a ton of difference there, but I do believe it is a D7 that they're playing, so I'm going to show you that anyway. Let me show you the chords real quick if you don't know how to play those. C chord, going up to the 1st fret, and you can always skip this part. I'll have some down in the description. There'll be a timeline, so you can skip this part if you already know how to play the chords and you know the positioning and all that. You can skip this part. But for beginners, and you want to see what I'm doing exactly, because sometimes even, you know, with a close-up shot, it's kind of hard to tell where all my fingers are at, so I like to show you what I'm doing. So C chord, 1st fret, 1st finger goes on the 2nd string, the B string, and your 2nd finger goes on the 2nd fret, 4th string, which is your D string. And 3rd finger goes on the 3rd fret on the 5th string. That's an A string, okay? The A note, all right? And we'll strum 5, so 5 and 4. And times, places that we have an option to actually do some strumming, we'll alternate 5 and 4, okay? And then our F chord. So if you're a real beginner, sometimes this F chord's a little challenging because you're getting two strings with one finger here. And it's this, you know, it's the flat part of your finger, and sometimes that don't really callus up like the ends of your fingers do. So sometimes it just takes a little practice to get it to where it doesn't have dead, your strings don't sound dead, and notes don't sound, you know, kind of flat or whatever. And so anyway, still on the 1st fret, 1st 2 strings, E string, B string, and we're going to get both of those with the flat part of our index finger. 2nd finger goes on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. And then we stretch over here, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, 4th string, and we're going to strum 4. So if we alternate, we do all 4 and 3. Okay. Now we're going to do a G chord, and I'm going to show you this G because when I'm playing in C, as you can see, going from C to G, it's just pretty smooth. If I go from that one to this one, I kind of have to twist my hand, and it's just, you know, I mean, I can do it, but it's just quicker this way, and so I like to use this G in the key of C. All right, so starting on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 5th string, okay, 3rd fret, 3rd finger, 6th string, and then your pinky goes on the first string there, the E string of the 3rd fret. We're going to strum 6 and 5. Okay. All right. Then next is the D7th chord, which is just kind of it's almost the opposite of a D chord. D chord is and like I say, if you're more comfortable doing the D as opposed to the D7th right now, that's quite all right. I mean, it's not going to change the sound of the song that much. It really isn't. So it's quite all right to do it that way. So I'll show you the D chord, then I'll show you the D7th. So the D is 2nd fret, 1st finger, 3rd string, and the 2nd finger goes on the 1st string of the 2nd fret. 3rd finger goes on the 2nd string of the 3rd fret, and you strum 4 and 3. Alright, so the D7th chord is just the opposite of that. The same strings, okay, and this position stays the same, except you're going to have to change your fingers because we're going to move this finger here. Basically, we're just going to move it down to the 1st fret. Okay, so we're just having to change our fingers positions there. So 1st fret, 2nd string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, and also the 1st string of the 2nd fret, and again 4 strings. Now listen to this. See the difference? That's your D, that's your D7th. Like I said, it's just the opposite. It's just switching basically here to here, and 4 and 3. Again, it's not like it's a totally different chord. I mean, it is, but it's not like so. I mean, it's still in that E, the root, or excuse me, a D, the root of the D chord. So it's not going to change the sound that much, to layman's ears, and most people that's listening, your audience, they're not going to know the difference if you're more comfortable playing the D, okay? But we're going to play the D7th today because I do feel like that is probably what he's doing. And I saw some people were doing a G7th for the G at times. I don't know as I heard that. It might be in there at times that, because again, it's such a slight change a little bit, because there's your G. Let me do it the way I'm doing it there. And a G7th is the same. You just put your 1st finger on the 1st string, 1st fret, okay, and lift up your pinky. See there? So, but anyway, that's just a little extra there, no charge for that. But anyway, alright, so we're going to get into this song, and there's, I don't know, about 3 verses. I'm going to probably have to scroll down a little bit here to get all of them. So if I have to stop here and get through all the verses here. But we're going to start out with the 1st verse, and it just pretty much starts out with a strum. There's a tear in my beer. What I'm doing over here on my right hand is I'm just strumming 5th, down, 4th, 5th, down, up, 4th, down, up. Okay, we'll just start with the strum. There's a tear in my beer, 'cause I'm crying for you, dear. You are on my lonely mind. Into these last few beers I have shed a million tears. You are on my lonely mind. Here's the chorus to the F. I'm gonna keep drinking until I'm petrified. Here's a D7th, and then maybe these tears will leave my eyes. There's a tear in my beer, 'cause I'm crying for you, dear. You are on my lonely mind. Alright, I'm going to scroll up here a little bit. We're going to jump to the next verse. And alright. Last night I walked the floor, and the night before, you are on my lonely mind. It seems my life is through, and I'm so doggone blue. You are on my lonely mind. I'm gonna keep drinking till I can't move a toe, and then maybe different chorus there, a little change up on us there. So, and we're going to go to this is the last verse, third verse, I think. So, Lord, I've tried and I've tried, but my tears I can't hide. You are on my lonely mind. All these blues that I've found have really got me down. You are on my lonely mind. All right, let me just stop there just for a minute because I want to go back to this the line right before that. Sometimes I'll raise my fingers up. You might see me do that, and I'll do kind of a little bit of a hammer on, just to kind of, I play by myself so much that I kind of sometimes throw things in there, and I don't mean to confuse you because you're like, what's he doing? He didn't show us that part. But anyway, I sometimes will raise my fingers and just put them back down just to kind of give it a little something extra, you know. So like you're on my lonely mind. So it's still on that same verse. All these blues, see I did it right there. All these blues that I found have really, and I'll kind of pluck that sixth string. All these blues that I found have really got me down. You are on my lonely mind. I'm gonna keep drinking till I can't even think. 'Cause in the last week I ain't slept a wink. There's a tear in my beer 'cause I'm crying for you, dear. You're on my lonely mind. About forgot to go that D7 there. And so anyway, you could you could repeat that last chorus if you wanted to, and change that up, however you want to do it. But I think what they do is just kind of, you are on my lonely mind. And you see I did a little hammer on there. Okay, just raised them up and put them right back down there. So that's just something you can do, like I say, throughout a song. Sometimes you don't want to do it, overdo it, but it's just sometimes, just kind of enhances, gives it a little something different, and you may get bored just strumming. So anyway, well, there you have it. There's a Tear in My Beer by Hank Williams Jr. And what an awesome song that is. Be sure, like I say, check our other videos out on Fretmore and subscribe to us if you would. And once again, just appreciate your support and everything. And good seeing you again. And we'll see y'all in the next video. All right, thanks.